Good morning, student. Today we have a second part of our second chapter, Era of One Party Dominance, means the dominance of Congress. In the first part of the video, we will discuss about how Congress dominant in the first three general elections, the elections of 1952, 1957, and 1962. Then we discuss how the small parties separated from Congress, especially the Socialist Party, who is also the part of Congress. Congress Socialist Party becomes separate. But in this part of the video, we will discuss the other major parties like the Communist Party and Bharatiya Janasangh and another similar party who is also the part of Congress and aparted from Congress. So let's start the lesson. First, we have a Communist Party of India. In the 1920, the Communist group was emerged in the different parts of India. Mostly, they are motivated from the Russian revolutions, and they think that the socialism in India are the main solutions of Indian problems. They are basically the thinkers who are believe in the Marxist ideas. They think that if the Marxist ideas are successfully run in Russia, because Russia is also that time agriculture based economy and India is also. So they think that if their revolutions in Russia was successful, why it is not unsuccessful in India? So in the 1935, the Communist group separated from Congress because in the 1941 or period of the Second World War, they supported the British and Congress party was against the British. The Communist Party supported Congress because in that time the Russia was also participate in the Second World War in the favors of British. So by the base of their party, the Communist Party of India supported the mostly the British and against the Nazi Germans. So unlike the other non-Congress party, CPI, Communist Party of India, have the well organizations in India and mostly dedicated candidates they have after the independence. So after the independence, there was too many vices inside the party that spoils their freedom. And after the independence, the party wants to transfer the powers in 1947, not true independence, or encourage the violent upsprings in Telangana. But Communists failed to generate the popular support of public for their position, and they are hardly crushed by the army forces of India. So they are again rethink about their positions and ideology. In 1951, the Communist Party against shut down his faith or ideology for violent revolutions and participate in general election. In the first general election, they got the 16 seats, but they are become a largest opposition party and they are second on the seat wise after the Congress parties. So they have mostly their bases in the Andhra Pradesh, West Bengal, Bihar, Kerala, and their most popular leaders are A.K. Gopalan, S.A. Denge, E.M.S. Nebodhrapad, P.C. Joshi, Ajay Ghosh, and P. Sundaran. These are the most notable leaders of CPI. In 1964, CPI split into the two parties, CPI and CPIM. M means Marxist, because on the base of Soviet Union and China. Because in the international base there was a big difference was generated between the Soviet Union and China. So the party leaders who are supporters of China separated from themselves, and the party based on the Russian side become separated, and they join the CPIM. They become another party, CPIM. So they are different from each other. The party, the other parties, are in the Congress Social Party and other opposition parties, always deals as a opposition party, because they didn't have a specific program and policies as Congress have. So even the difference between the smaller parties are always generated that again split them into the different or parties that weak their position. So Congress have strength, they have the coalition of accommodates that joins them. Unlike, they avoid to extreme the position and strike the balance almost all issues. They compromise. Inclusiveness is the main thing in their coalition, in their group. So even the greater tolerance in internal difference in different ideas within the groups, they didn't put it outside. Even after the independence, the group was not happy with the positions of parties or the power sharing in the Congress, but all things remain inside. They didn't fight with each other, and they are ready to fight with the other political parties rather than splitting the party and become opposition. So all the things that remain inside the party and inside the difference between are known as a faction. But faction inside the Congress is always based on the ideology, personal ambitions, and rivalries between the leaders of the Congress. Even this continue when these personal factions and ideological differences continue. This is the main thing that after the third or after the 2 decades, the Congress is becoming weak and weak, and another party, another political party named Bharatiya Janasangh got the strength because they overpower the factionalism. Now we have a Bharatiya Janasangh. Bharatiya Janasangh was formed in the 1951, and Syama Prasad Mukherjee, who is the founder and also become the president of Bharatiya Janasangh, they traced from Rashtriya Samaj Sevik Sangh, that is known as RSS, and Hindu Mahasabha before the independence. Even they have the different ideology that other political parties have. They always believe in, that is most important for your paper point of view. What is the ideology of Bharatiya Janasangh, or what is the program policies of Bharatiya Janasangh? Bharatiya Janasangh believes in the idea of one country, one culture, one nation, and they want to India moderate, progressive, and strong on the base of Indian culture and tradition. And they want to reunion India and Pakistan, and they name it Akhand Bharat. They wanted to replace Congress with Hindi as official language of India, and they are always oppose the regional weightage or the cultural minority weightage, and they advocate the India developing weapons, especially when the China carried out its atomic test in 1964. In the 1950, the Johnson got only the 3 seats in the 1952. In the 1957, they got the 4 seats. In the early period, they have only the support from the urban areas who prefer to Hindi speaking, especially the states of Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi, Uttar Pradesh. Their main leaders are Syama Prasad Mukherjee, Deen Dayal, Balraj Madok, And Bharatiya Janata Party (BJP), who is also a ruling party of today's time and a bigger party in the today's democratic country of India, have the roots of from the Bharatiya Janasangh. And after there was a become a room, and there was a lot of factions are there to fight with each others in the on the base of different interests, different ideologies remained in the leaders as in the Congress. And other new party was separated, and other new party was named there. So most of the states in the Congress have the different number of factions on the base of ideologies, and it appears as continue in the central party in the Congress National Party indirectly influence the policies and decision making for margins. The party was always pressurized, criticized, censorized, and influenced. But political competition within the Congress in there was took place. That is the reason how the Congress become weaker and weaker by the day and day. Even the first decade electoral competition, Congress acted both as ruling party as well as opposition party, because they carried out the mostly seats, and the only the opposition seats maximum get the 15 to 16 seat. Even they are also the part of them. So that the first decade was known as a period of Congress system or the Congress party rule. Now we have emergences of opposition parties. In India's opposition party didn't have, because for the opposition party they have to get the 1/10 seats of the total seats, almost 50 to 60 seats, but no party carried such positions, or they are even not certain to get the 15 60 seats at that time, because Congress always dominate in the first three general elections. In India, there was some multi-party systems in the, and they plays important roles in the 16th and the 17th and early period, because that period was dominated by the Congress, but opposition, other smaller opposition parties played a greater roles to develop a democratic way in India. By getting just the small seats or the small votes, just they got a token of representing in the Lok Sabha or in the state assemblies, but they played a crucial role for maintaining the democratic characters in Indian system. Even they are offered or the are sustained often principal criticisms of the policies and practice of the Congress party. This kept the ruling party or the Congress party under the check, and often charged the balance of powers within the Congress by keeping the democratic political alternative alive. Now we have another party that is known as Swatantra Party. Swatantra Party, who is formed in the 1959 after the Nagpur session or the Nagpur resolution. Because in the Nagpur session of 1959, Congress discussed the way to adopt the socialism, because they are in touch with the Soviet Union. They want to adopt the socialism pattern in India. So the party leaders who is against the socialism pattern, who is against the Soviet Union and favors of the American side, separated from themselves. In the Nagpur session, they called for the land ceiling, or set out the maximum land British war, and other land was under the state control, or take over the food grains trade by the state, adopting the cooperative farming. That time, the party led by the old congressmen like C. C. Raja Gopalacharya, K. M. Munshis, N. G. Naga, Munu Monsis. These are old bands favors of American side and always criticize the Soviet Union's ways and socialism patterns. So they always stood outside on the base of positions on economic issues. Subtantra parties always wants that government should maintain and less involved in the controlling of economy. They want a free pattern. They are liberal. They want to set Indian economy a liberal. That time they believe individual freedoms and developing strategies, inventions in economy. They criticize it. They criticize the centralized planning. They criticize the nationalism. They criticize the role of government sector, public sector. Even they are favors of expansions of free private sector. They are against the land ceiling in agriculture sectors and opposed the cooperative farming in India. State trading, control of state trading, they are always against it. They are against the progressive tax and demanded to disclose the license system and open the economy. Even they are criticize the non-alignment ties and the friendly relations of Indian with the Soviet Union. They always want to set the ties of India with the United States of America, US. Even in the small portion, they get the mostly and popularity and strength in the different parts of India by making the coalitions of number of regional parties. And they got support from the landlords and princes who are against the central law reform legislation, and they are in the sports of industrialist or the business class who is against the nationalism and government licensing policy. They are got support from these sides, but narrow social base, because in that time only the limited numbers of industrials are there, so they have a narrow social base. A lack of political dedication in their candidates, the party did not allow it built a strong organizational networks in India. Now in the last, these parties played a crucial role to set democratic base in India and avoiding India from anti-democratic role. They plays a crucial role. There was always a mutual respect within the parties of a Congress leaders and opposition parties. And opposition leaders like Dr. Ambedkar, Syama Prasad Mukherjee are always respect the cabinet and other leaders of the different parties. Even the Jawaharlal Nehru, who is have the first prime ministers of India, always favors of socialist parties and motivate them to join the government. Even now these days, these personal relations and the respect in the of the politicals going to decline and decline by day and day, because parties have the competition to gain the powers. But the first phase of democratic politics of India is quite unique, because there is no difference between the opposition parties and mostly dominated by the Congress. But Congress played a crucial role to maintain Indian democracy. If they can't misuse the powers, they didn't misuse the majorities. So socialism and ideological coalitions in India played a crucial role. Even the Congress got majority because they have the head to start, where they have the hand in the freedom struggles of India or in the national movement, and abilities in the Congress played a main roles for the political stabilities in India. So Congress always dominates the constitutes in India or played a vital role to maintain the balance in India. This is all about the dominance of the Congress and how Congress played a roles to set up in India's how they can gain the momentum in India's how in the first, second and third general elections, and how the political parties played the roles and how they split from the Congress Union. Thank you.